the new Moxi Campaigns dashboard. So we did cover this. Carrie covered this on the Moxi Monday last Monday, but it is a kind of big enough overhaul that we wanted to go over it again today because it's just a lot simpler than it used to be. We want to make sure that everybody who wants to use this knows how to do it, and people who may have written it off originally see that it's much simpler to get people set up on campaigns than it was. So the gist of Moxi Campaigns, from a very just basic overview, it's the drip campaign aspect of Moxi, where if you have clients as an agent, as a manager in Moxi, you can set them up on automatic campaigns so that they, it's basically a set and forget. You set them up, the emails go out automatically without you having to do a thing. So I want to show you guys how to access that quick. Of course, when you log into Moxi, you go to my.schmidtresources.com and it's going to take you to your lovely account profile here. And then we're going to go up to engage along this top bar here. So home, present, engage. So from here, I'm going to actually probably come over in manager mode. I need to switch to agent mode. It's not something your agents will have to worry about. They will be in agent mode. So the first thing I'm going to do is go to my people's tab. And I'm just going to I'm going to click my people here. And I'm just going to show you who's in my Moxi. Because of course I use mine for training. I don't have, hundreds of people set up in my CRM. I've got a pretty cool group of people though. I've got Michael Stipe, John Doe, John Smith, myself, Harrison Ford, and Bradley Pitt. Not to be confused with the actor. So I've got a good group of people in here, and these are the people that I'm going to be able to add to my campaigns when I get to that part. You'll also notice, and obviously we're not talking about this for BlueSync right now, but I've got tags assigned to these people. So I've got people in my newsletter group. I've got people in my all clients group. Those are those tags I can also use when it comes to campaigns. So again, that's something that you can set up as you import people, whether you're importing them from Google Contacts, whether you're adding them individually, you can always add those tags. I could always simply go to Harrison Ford here, click on his name, and if I wanted to, I could click add to groups down here on the left, and I could add him to either of the groups that I currently have. So I'm just going to add him to the newsletter group for the sake of it, click done, and now he will be in that group. So, 1 second, let me get the chat box going here. I need to add Terry Dactyl. Yeah, I've been meaning to reach out to her for a while, Tom. Thank you for the reminder on that. I'll reach out to Terry soon. So, I've got my people here, and from here, I'm going to go to campaigns. It's right up here along the top bar, right next to people at the very end, campaigns. So, what we're looking at here, this is the new dashboard. If you've been in there, but if you've been in campaigns before, it definitely looks a lot cleaner. Things look a little bit more compact and more user-friendly. So what I want to do is walk you through how to set up a campaign. So there's sort of two big steps that we have to do. And if you've never been in here before, well, hey, here's your opportunity to learn how to do a campaign. So the first step, the big step that we have to do here is go up to Add from Library. Right up here in the upper right corner, we need to add a campaign. So essentially, if I click Add from Library, you are going to see all of the campaigns available to you to put your clients on. Now, I'll say as I wait for these to load that we always it is a task for your Moxi team that we want to be able to add even more campaigns in here because we want to have a lot of stuff. So you've got some right from Moxi. So we've got I think these are actually all from us. We've got the holiday campaigns. We've got seasonal home maintenance. Spring forward reminder, there's an email right there for that. For our managers, we have all of our Join the Blue recruiting campaigns per DBA set up right in here for you. So you can add these from a recruiting standpoint. We have a working virtually one, buyer and seller, new lead, recently closed. There are a bunch of campaigns that you can pick here. So let's just say you wanted to do the spring forward to 2021. Actually, no, let's do the seasonal home maintenance because I think this is only going to be one email. So seasonal home maintenance, let's say I want to do that. I'm going to click on the 2021 version, and then I'm going to go to preview on the right-hand side over here, just so I can see what we're looking at. So I can see there are 4 emails: seasonal maintenance, spring 2021, summer, fall, and winter. And I can just scroll through and I can see what they look like. Now, one thing I want to point out is when you see something like this, hello, and you got the brackets and contact.first_name, that's going to fill that person's info in. It's not going to come through like that. That would be kind of weird. It's going to come through with that contact's first name. Now, as a side note, I've said this before in some recent trainings. This is why it's important that your contacts are entered into Moxi normally, for lack of a better word. I've had a lot of people tell me that, well, I'm importing contacts from here, but I have this person added as Joe the Plumber as his first name and, Northport as his last name. Well, if that's how you have him in your contacts, he's going to say, his email is going to say, hello, Joe the Plumber, and it's going to have his information. So some things like that might be kind of funny, but ultimately you want to make sure you have your contacts normally entered with first name and last name set up the right way. Just a sidebar. So I can see there's 4 emails here. I can click on the second email. I can see what we have going on here. I can click on the third email. I can just scroll through what I want to make just to see what's going to happen here. And if I like that, I can click Add to Campaigns down here. Big blue button. If I don't, by the way, I could just click back, see what other campaigns we have here. And then from here, I could also click Add to Campaigns. So I'm going to click Add to Campaigns for that seasonal home maintenance one, which is going to add it to my Campaigns tab. Now look at this alert right here. Seasonal home maintenance has been added to my campaigns and is awaiting setup. So we just did the first step. What we did is we added the campaign to your dashboard. So you can see that right here. Seasonal home maintenance 2021. So that it's here, it's ready to go, but I haven't assigned it to anybody yet. I haven't sent it out yet. And you can see that. So if you look at these tabs up here, this is just kind of an overview. I'll see if I can zoom in a little bit more for you. Here we go. So if you look along the top here, we've got all campaigns, and then we've got awaiting setup. That means it's ready to go, but I haven't sent it out yet. Running means how many are literally currently running. People are on schedule to get them. And then pause means you've paused them, and archived means it's sort of like deleting them. So we're going to click on awaiting setup, but we could also just click right here on this campaign. But I just want to show you. So awaiting setup, you see it right here, seasonal home maintenance, and again, in some smaller text right there, awaiting setup. So I'm going to click on it. I'm going to click on the title right there, seasonal home maintenance. I'm going to zoom out a little bit so we can get a bit of a better view here. So the next couple of steps are going through the emails, picking who I want to set it to, etc. So recipients, create a list of recipients to receive this campaign. This is not set up yet, which means that it's not running. So I'm going to click set up right here, and I'm going to add the recipients. You can see there's literally nobody getting it. So if I click add recipients, I have an option. I have 2 options. I've got my contacts I could individually add here, or if I go to groups, I can pick my all clients or my newsletter group, which ironically has more people in it than all clients. But I can pick how I want to add people. And always remember, this is not a one and done, right? So if I add a group here, and then I have new clients that I add down the road, I can go in and add them as well. So I'm just going to add, for the sake of it, I'm going to add myself. I'm going to add Michael Stipe. No, that's an actual email. I'm going to do Bradley Pitt and John Doe. I'm going to add those 3 clients. So I'm going to click add right here. And boom, now it's going to show me the dates that the people that I think I actually added. Oh, because I checked the group. Duh, I'm stupid. So if I go back to add recipients, I had also checked the group over here, which is why all 6 people came over. So I guess all 6 people are going to get the campaign. So the next thing you want to do here, of course, is click Save. So one thing that they changed, and we're not there quite yet, but one of the things they changed with this new dashboard is the text up here. So if I have a break, if the babies start crying, if you've got a call and you've got to go talk to a client, you can click Finish Later, and it's essentially saving this as a draft. And you can come back, and everything you've done so far will have been saved. It just won't have been executed yet. So right here, I can look at the schedule of the emails, March 20th, June 20th, September 22nd, and December 21st. I can click Edit Schedule if I want to. I can, say I can add emails to this. So if I want to add an email, I can pick any of the emails that are in here right now. There's a bunch of them just, from our campaign. So I could say from Working Virtually 1 is the one email that I want. And I want that to go out on, December 22nd, whatever I want it to do. Now, I want to make one thing clear. Some of these campaigns will automatically add. So will automatically continue to run. So for example, if you do a holiday campaign, as we add more holidays to the campaign, your clients will automatically be added to those lists. You won't have to re-add them or something. It will be automatic. It's an automatic sync. However, if you go in and customize your campaign in any way, if you change the send dates, if you add an extra email, if you remove an email, if you do anything custom to a campaign from the brokerage, it will break that automatic sync. So then you would have to go back in down the road and re-add them to a new campaign. So if you want, like, this one, there's not much you really want to change or edit. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 emails. It's good to go. I would just click run campaign right here and call it a day. If you had to make custom changes to anything, just know that that's going to break that automatic sync. These 4 will still run. That's not going to change. What will change is if we start adding more emails to that campaign to flesh it out, then that will not update for you. So all you want to do is you want to add, you want to check the scheduling, maybe just leave that part alone, add your recipients, and when you're done, click Run Campaign, the big blue button in the corner. Click Run Campaign. Wait for it to load, as we always do, and now you're good. So now, when you look at my campaigns dashboard, you'll see right here, running, 1 campaign. That means my campaign is running and I'm good to go. I can go to my emails here after it happens and I can see what ones I've used and when they're going to go out. And yeah, that's the gist of it. I mean, again, I know that we walk through it pretty carefully, but really all you got to do is add a campaign from the library, tell Moxi what group or what people you want to send that to, click go, and boom, you've got a campaign running and they're going to get their first email on the 20th. And then, of course, with Moxi and the dashboard, you are also able to see when people open them, who opens them in their profiles. So that's also a great thing to be able to see. Is say, hey, JD opened the spring, the seasonal maintenance for spring email. Maybe I should follow up with him on something there. So that's it, guys. That is the gist of it. Are there any questions? Carrie, did I miss anything worth? This might sound like a cop-out answer, but I still believe at the end of the day, neighborhood news is the most powerful thing you could send to clients in Moxi. More so than more so than a holiday campaign, more so than seasonal maintenance. Neighborhood news is just awesome, and so that would always be my default content that I'd put people on.